שקלים, פרק ז', משנה ז'. משנתנו היא המשך המשנה הקודמת. This Mishnah is a continuation of the previous one. בעניין 7 הדברים שהתקינו בית דין. There's the 7 things that the court decreed. So we only did 4 last one. So this is Hey, Vav, and Zayin. Hey and Vav and Zayin, yeah. This is 3 more. תקנה Hey, על המלח ועל העצים. The 5th takana is on the salt and the wood. What does it mean? Shel hekdesh. So there's salt in the Beit HaMikdash that they buy from the merchants in order to put on the sacrifices. Every sacrifice has to be salted. Yeah? So they...
Oh, salt?
Salt. It's part of the korbanot.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Beit HaMikdash buys salt. They also buy etzim or donate. I mean, people give them etzim, wood.
So you have to bring wood too?
Yeah. So there's salt and the wood. Shel hekdesh. This goes on the altar. התקינו בית דין, so the בית דין made a takana. That what? שיהיו הכהנים נאותים בהם. It says the kohanim are allowed to use it for their meals. We're going to see exactly what it means. נהנים מהם, they're allowed to, otherwise it's called me'ilah. If you take a sacrifice and use it for your own benefit, it's called me'ilah. But they let the kohanim say the salt and the wood, you can barbecue with the wood for the altar and for you. When you eat it.
It's not yours. It's like a gezel in a way, or me'il.
Yeah.
Or,
exactly.
So, but from somebody who's not yours.
Yeah, it's a Beit HaMikdash. You're not allowed to put it in yours. So, nehenim behem. So you're allowed to enjoy it. For what? Not for anything. למלוח במלח את בשר הקורבנות שהם אוכלים. So there's some of the sacrifices the Kohen has to eat, right? So when the Kohen eats the sacrifice, and it wasn't he wants some more salt on it. So he can take the salt that they put on the sacrifices anyway, on the altar anyway. He can take from that salt to eat on his personal when he eats it. It becomes his. ולבשלו על העצים, and he's also, when he makes a barbecue in the azara and he cooks it, he can use the altar wood for it. ויש משתרשים להשתמש בעצים למדורת בית המוקד. Some says it's not for the sacrifices, the עצים. It is for there was a room in Yerushalayim. It's very cold, so there's a room where you get to warm up in Yerushalayim. It's called Beit HaMoked, the house of the fire, where everybody. So you don't have to bring kohanim wood. You can bring the altar wood to them. Okay. כדי להתחמם. ברם. So this is only when they eat what? When they eat the meat that was given to the Kohen. But sometimes they bring meat from home. Let's say, to eat lunch. Yeah, the Kohen his wife made him a sandwich. Yeah, so he bring, ברם לאכילת חולין שלהם, but if let's say they brought some meat from home, this is the חולין שלהם, אפילו חולים שהם אוכלים בעזרה עם הקורבנות, so let's say his wife made him some rice in order to eat with it, just to eat all the time, it's too much. So she made him some rice, and he wants to take some salt and put on the rice, that is not allowed to. Only on the sacrifices. כדי שיהיו הקורבנות נאכלים על הסובה, because he wants to eat the sacrifices, with a good meal, not just meat. אין נאותים במלח ובעצים של הקדש. That you're not allowed to cook. Let's say he wants to cook something from home or something, that is not allowed to. Only for the sacrifices.
So when you bring sacrifice, you have to bring the sacrifice itself, you have to bring the nesachim, whatever goes with it particular, you have to bring the wood, and you have to bring salt.
No, the wood wasn't brought for each individual sacrifice. That was on the temple already.
So how come here they said that you could...
This is for the Kohen. The Kohen who eats it. Only the Kohen.
So what does he care if it's tzibur anyway? It's a law, it's
no, the meat that he takes is for him to eat. It becomes personal meat now. He has to eat in the azara. He's not allowed to walk out, but it's his meat.
Right.
So because it's his meat, you would think he has. Not you would think. The halacha is you should cook it with your wood and use your own salt over it. It's your meat. But the temple gave him permission. Okay, you can use our salt and our wood to cook your meat.
But also God told him to eat it. He said, "Go eat."
With your money, eat it. Not with their money, not with congregational money. Yeah.
So the wood itself is belong to the temple.
That's right.
Belong to Bet HaMikdash.
Over here, even though you're going to use it for your personal things, the temple says you should bring wood from home, but we let you. We will let you.
So Bet HaMikdash used to supply the wood.
Yeah, to the Kohen. Even though they're not supposed to. They're not supposed to.
They're not supposed to, but they do.
Yeah. So this is Takana Hey. Takana Vav, the 6th decree. ועל הפרה, on the red heifer, האדומה התקינו, so on the red heifer they also made a decree, that what? שלא יהיו מועלין בהפרה, that you wouldn't do me'ila in its dust. What does it mean? So me'ila is you do something wrong with it, you're not supposed to do it. Use it for your own personal need. Yeah? Okay. That's me'ila. So it says there's no me'ila in the red heifer. That's what it said. What does it mean? Let's see. בגמרא מבואר, in the Gemara it explains, שאומנם דין Torah, it says, there's a verse that says that when it comes to the red heifer, there is no such me'ila. There's me'ila in all other sacrifices. The rules of me'ila apply to all other sacrifices. It doesn't apply to para aduma. It doesn't apply to red heifer. Let's see. שאין מועלים באפר הפרה. There's no me'ila, in other words, wrong use in the dust of the para, in the ashes of the para. How do we know this? שנאמר בפרה אדומה, because it says in the red heifer, חטאת היא. It is a sin offering. ודרשו, היא חטאת. It says, why did you have to have 2 more words to say that only the flesh is sin offering? Not what? Not the ashes is a sin offering. ואין הפרה חטאת, but the ashes are not sin offering. והיינו, בפרה מועלים, so if you did anything wrong with the cow itself, with the flesh of the cow, then you did something wrong. You ate it. That's wrong. But the ashes is nothing. אבל אין מועלים בהפרה. But there's no such thing, there's no din of me'ila when it comes to dust. Yeah? Ashes. Because ashes, there's no use for him. There's no use for ashes and nobody eats ashes. What are you going to do with the ashes? So the rules of me'ila don't apply to the ashes of the red heifer. Okay? So what did the Beit Din says? אבל כיוון שראו בית דין שמזלזלים בו, but the Beit Din, so you know what? Because they said that there's no me'ila in para aduma, the Torah rule, the Beit Din saw everybody knows that there's no me'ila in the ashes. What people used to do? People used to mezalzel bo. They used to don't care for it. What does it mean? משתמשים בו הרבה לריפוי מכתוהם. If you had a wound, people would put some ashes on it. I think they would put ashes anyway of other animals, but they would want to use this one because it's a red heifer. So they would start using it for their own wounds. וחבורותיהם. So it says, so they don't care about it? We're going to make a decree that there is me'ila. There is me'ila. וגזרו שיהיו מועלים בו. And then it says, so now there is me'ila in the ashes. And then what happened? Let's see. וכשראו בדין שהכהנים נמנעים מלעשות בספק טומאת מת. So then they say the Kohanim are now so scared because now there's me'ila. And there's somebody who's coming around and it's doubt whether he's tamemet or not tamemet. They don't want to sprinkle him. It says, it's a doubt. We don't go away. We're going to get punished. So they says, okay, you know what? They returned again backwards. That's right. וכשראו בית דין שהכהנים נהנו לזול בספק טומאת מת, they don't use it when there's a doubt of somebody's טומאת מת, I don't want to get punished. שמא ימלאו בו, because it's me'ila. The Kohen says, I'm not going to sprinkle you, I'm going to suffer me'ila. I'm using it for the wrong purposes. חזרו והעמידוהו על דין תורה. They returned it to the first way it was. שאין מועלים באפר הפרה אדומה. That there's no such as me'ila in the ashes of the red heifer. In other words, they figured out God knows best. We thought that God doesn't know best, but God really knows best.
כהנים בטח עשו monkey business, because you couldn't get the heifer of פרה אדומה, regular guy. You have to have a connection to a Kohen that is there in the this and have it. So it was hard to limol.
Not so hard as you think, because everybody used to get impure And so they used to pass next to them all the time. So you close, you tell you, hey, give me, or and you yourself, you go and grab some. Yeah. It was right there, and they mixed it, and right there, and they mixed it. So they used it. It was hard, you're right, but it wasn't like unheard of, let's put it this way. Takana Zayin, the seventh one. ועל הכינין הפסולות שיהו באות משל ציבור. And also, we said usually it was the yoledet, a woman who gave birth, or a zav, and a zav, I think, they needed to give 2 birds. Right? Or mitzora, very good. Or mitzora needs to give birds. So how did they used to give the birds? They used to go, there was a big kupa, a big charity box, and they used to put the money inside, and the guy used to give you
coin.
A coin, yeah. And then they would take the coin, they would give it to the Kohanim, and the Kohanim would take the birds and they would throw it on the Mizbeach. Yeah, shechtet, not shechtet, the bird was in the back, and they would throw it on the Mizbeach. Okay? Usually, in most sacrifices, you would put your hands on it, right? So I think, though, because it was a lot of the places over here was specifically women who used to bring the korbanot. The main one was probably Yoldot who used to bring it. Yeah, there's not that many Mitzuraim. Yeah, and I don't know how many Zamim Mezabot was.
If she doesn't have money for sheep. She's supposed to bring sheep, but if it's her husband is sheep, then she bring Yonah.
I think Yoledet always brings. She has to bring a sheep and 2 birds. I don't think it has. I think it's always 2 birds also.
She bring only the birds. I think.
Yeah, it's possible that without a sheep, but always 2 birds.
Always 2 birds.
Yeah, I think so.
I was thinking either this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure. We'll have to check. Yeah. ועל הכינים הפסולות שיהיו באות משל ציבור, כבר למדנו שהמחויבים להביא כינין, says who is obligated to bring the kinin, the nests, היינו 2 תורים או 2 בני יונה, either 2 big doves or 2 small doves, אחד לחטאת ואחד לעולה, one is sin offering, one is a burnt offering, נותנים מעות לשופר הכינים, they give it into the charity box, ובית דין היו קונים בהם את הכינין ומקריבים אותם לשם הבעלים. So it wasn't done like the other sacrifices that you would put your hands on it, with the kinim. There's a lot of birds over there, yeah? I think because also the women, you don't want the women to be in the zot, in the azara next to the men. So, because it's women, you don't want the mix. I think that's what it was. So when it comes to the kinin, they tell the women, okay, you give the money, don't worry, we're going to do the job for you. It's one of those things. So what happened if they come, they shech the bird, the Beit Din comes and, and then they find that the dove is a pasul. It's not kosher. The dove is not kosher. So now she has to bring another one because her one wasn't kosher.
She bought it from this. She doesn't have warranty.
Oh, very good. Warranty with Beit HaMikdash? Warranty with Beit HaMikdash? When you bring your own sheep, right? Let's say you take it from your farm, right? And you bring it in, and somebody shechted it. Pasul. Go bring another sheep. What do you want from me?
Right.
Same thing with
if you buy it from Beit HaMikdash.
That doesn't matter. What's the difference? When you buy a sheep, you don't buy it for a sacrifice. You buy a sheep. It doesn't come with guarantees. It looks outside good. You buy it. What do you want from me?
I was sure that they would guarantee warranty.
The farmer?
No, the Beit HaMikdash.
Oh, the Beit HaMikdash doesn't warranty anything. The Beit HaMikdash is, fighting with Beit HaMikdash with money, you're going to lose every time. Yeah. And by the way, we're going to see soon what you're talking about. והתקינו בית דין, so the בית דין says, שאם נמצאו הכינים פסולות, so it says, the usual, it's not good, says, go bring another one, pay again. It's not my fault that your dove, exactly, my fault. נמצאו הכינים פסולות, שיהיו באות במקומם כינין אחרות מתרומת הלשכה. So you tell the woman, don't worry, it's on us, the בית המקדש, even though it's not supposed to be on us. It's not supposed to be on us, it's not supposed, but we're going to take it. Yeah, we're going to take it. Rabbi Yossi says, nonsense. When do we find such a thing that the Beit HaMikdash lose? There's no such a thing. Just like you remember with the wheat, that if you buy wheat and you find tolaim in it, right? You find worms in it, who do you go back to? To the supplier. Also over here, you know who's the one who's going to lose? It's not the Beit HaMikdash who loses. It's the supplier. We come to the supplier, we tell him, you gave us a bad dove. Here, bring us another dove. In other words, the Beit HaMikdash is going to put the responsibility on the supplier. This is what Rabbi Yossi אומר. המספק את הכנים, it's the supplier of the doves. Who is going to pay for it? להקדש, היינו, הספק שפסק עם גזברי ההקדש, like we learned before. The supplier, when you do business with the Mikdash, you're always going to lose. Yeah? I don't know if you're always going to lose, but you're not going to make as much money as you did with a regular person. You might still make a lot of money, because imagine, there's millions of them. It's volume, that's right. You're talking about volume. לספק את כל הכנים הדרושות להם. So he is the supplier for all the birds that is necessary for them. מספק את הפסולות. It says, under his contract, it says that if anything was not good, it's your responsibility to give us a good one. Yeah, like Costco, exactly.
Costco give it to the suppliers.
Exactly.
They give it to them. They say, look, it's not good.
Yeah, exactly the same way. They have the power, because they have the power. But המקדש has the same power. חייב לספק כנים אחרות במקום אלה שנמצאו פסולות, כמו ששנינו, so the supplier has to bring other birds instead of the spoiled ones. שאם like we learned before, שאם את כלי הסולת, את כלי הלא, that for example, if there's worms in the wheat, it's his problem, the supplier's problem. ואם החמיץ היין, החמיץ לו. And if the wine became vinegar, again, it's your problem. ואינו מקבל מהותיו עד שיהיה המזבח מרצה. And he doesn't receive his money until the altar is happy. Once the altar is happy, the altar got his thing, I don't care how much you give, you can give 100. When the altar is happy, I'll pay you. Altar is not happy, I'm not going to pay you. ובירושלמי אמרו שאף כשנאבדו הכנים, in Yerushalmi says, even when they become lost, כגון שפרחו, they ran away, they flew. אחריתן על הספק. It says, אחריותן על הספק, והוא חייב לתת את האחרות במקומם. Even that, that's right. It's the supplier.
The Kohen made a mistake. He just opened his head too fast, or who knows what.
He didn't check it yet, yeah. Okay. And it says, I don't care. We don't care. Even if it's 100% our fault.
It's like
you pay.
Unlimited warranty.
Yeah.
In a way.
That's right. For any case. For any case. Until the altar is happy, they are not paying you. That's it. Yeah. Halacha ke Rabbi Yossi, and the halacha is like Rabbi Yossi. That the halacha was that Beit HaMikdash, if you want to do business with Beit HaMikdash, you do it on volume, you're going to resupply until the altar is happy. שכן אמרו בירושלמי, because this is what they said in Yerushalmi, תנאי בית דין הוא. It's not supposed to be this way, yeah? But this is the way. המספק את הכנים, מספק את העובדות ואת הפסולות. The one who supplies for the birds, he supplies for everything that was lost and everything that was not good.